And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media. And also in studio, Mr. Dan Brave, expert mold test in studio.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. Nice to be here. What I thought would be an important subject today is, I get the question all the time is, do I have mold if I don't see it?
Great question. Great question, and we're going to give you those answers today. Dan Brave, he's in studio here, expert mold test and a new contributor on the show. Thanks so much for being a partner, and tell us a little bit more about your business.
Brandon, I've been in business for about 16 years now in the air quality testing business. I grew up in the contracting world. I rehabbed houses, so I saw what went on in the rehabbing of homes.
Yep.
I've been a licensed realtor in the past. I know what's going on there also. My business today has increased because of several reasons. One, there's a lot of foreclosures, houses being closed up without air conditioning on. Short sales, again, houses being closed up without or with absentee owners, and the high humidity levels that we've got here in the Florida area.
Yeah, that's a killer.
It is. I run across it every day, and even regardless if the house is closed up, with the high humidity levels, moisture leaks, flooding, etc., there's always a chance of having mold in your home, and it's not visible to the naked eye.
Yeah, especially if you're knucklehead like me. I overran my tub one time. I was downstairs, and I'm like, wait, there's not supposed to be water coming through the cans in the kitchen. Oh no, I'm doing the 40-yard sprint up the stairs. But talked about those types of situations.
Right, and I don't think there's a home out there, at least one that's maybe 5 years or older, that hasn't had some kind of situation like that. Right. Whether it be the ice maker hose, the dishwasher, the tubs, the toilets,
the air conditioning
sinks,
line.
Air conditioning line. Oh my God, those are atrocious.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't always mean that you've got a mold issue.
Mm-hmm.
But to be on the safe side, because of the effects of mold that people are starting to learn more and more about, years ago, when the houses were built a little bit looser, your windows rattled, your doors didn't have weather stripping, it wasn't as apparent. But today, we're making our houses tighter and tighter, okay? And we've got more appliances in our house and more issues with mold.
Right. Yeah, because the effects of that mold, man, it's doesn't take long for the exposure, and you're seeing significant health risk.
The one thing that I'm running across is, finally, and it's usually the mother, if it's a residential situation, I do commercial also, but if it's a mother, she finally breaks down and she calls me because, let's just use Johnny as an example, there's 5 people in the house. Johnny keeps getting sick. We keep taking him to the doctor. We're putting him on this medicine. We're putting him on that medicine. He's got allergies. He's got asthma. What's going on here? Mm-hmm. And 9 times out of 10, there's a mold issue in the house, but it's not affecting anybody else, apparently.
Yeah.
So, that's the time, if you've got somebody in the house that's getting sick on a regular basis and you don't see mold, that's a great place to look, because who wants to keep shoving medicine in a kid?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's some of the effects of these medicines that we hear. The side effects are this, and this, and that's fast talk at the end of the commercial. But yeah, that's a great point you bring up there, Dan. If you just joined us, you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host, and we're talking to Dan Brave with expert mold mold testing, mold inspections, infrared camera inspections, and consulting. So yeah, a lot of things to talk about when you think about this mold situation. We are in one of the most humid states, I believe, in the country, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not only the humidity, like we talked about, the water leaks, water damage, from any situations. But yes, the humidity definitely affects it. Yeah. And, it's coming up to snowbird season or leaving snowbird seasons.
Right.
One of my busiest times is when the snowbirds come back. Snowbirds out there. Please don't turn off your air conditioners when you go back home.
Yep.
Keep them on. Keep them on 80. Keep them on 78.
Yeah.
Keep that air flowing and the air conditioner draws the humidity out of the air.
Yeah.
That's what you really need to do, is keep that thing safe.
Dan?
Well, I brought up before regarding the snowbirds going back home, and this really pertains to anybody. You're going away on vacation, you're going away for the weekend, or even if you're going to work, don't turn that thermostat down.
Yeah.
Keep your air conditioning running. Get that humidity level on a stable platform.
Yeah.
You don't want the humidity level raising above 60%.
Yeah, and when you think about the humidity as well, is there a certain number that works best? If you got those people out there, they want to save the money, they don't want to
Oh, absolutely. And installing a humidifier definitely helps too.
Oh, yeah.
Or a dehumidifier, I'm sorry.
There you go.
But 30 to 50% is optimal for relative humidity in a home. And anything above 60% is optimal for growing mold.
Wow. Okay.
And I walk into a lot of situations where the air conditioning's been off and it's 70, 80%. During the peak seasons of the summer, I've been up to 90%.
Wow.
Think about it. When you listen to the radio, they tell you, the humidity level's 110% today. So you don't want that going on inside your house.
Yeah, absolutely
or
not.
your business.
Yeah.